Hey everyone, I'm going to be doing Star Trek The Next Generations. Star Trek The Next Generation echoes from the past for the Sega Genesis. First, before I get started, let's show off the beginning here. Of course, if this was the show, this is where Picard would be saying space, the final frontier and such, but since this is not the show, we unfortunately don't get that. I do like the beginning of this though. However, there is one part of this game that I never got past. We'll see if I get past it on this. I want to get as far as I can before, well, yeah, we'll just see. Alright. We got the theme playing, so let's begin. Press start to begin, and what do we have here? Captain's log. It has been 2 days since Starfleet stopped our shore leave on Hobson, Delta 2. The crew is covering up their disappointment well as we return, once again, to the edge of the neutral zone, which the Romulans have been threatening to cross. Romulan High Command has claimed that a research team disappeared near the neutral zone over a month ago. As a gesture of goodwill, Starfleet offered to assist in their search, but the Romulans declined, citing security reasons. 3 days ago, they asked for permission to search for their team in Federation space. Needless to say, Starfleet refused. Given the sensitive nature of the region, the Enterprise has been sent to monitor their search. We are currently in orbit around the star Orion's Delta, using its unusually high magnetic field to hide the Enterprise from Romulan scanners. While the crew is unaware of most of our orders, most are quite capable of reading a star chart. They know where we are. Alright, now I should discuss the bridge a little bit. First things first, let's go back and communications. Actually, first things first, let's show off the controls. Yes, there's the controls. There's the controls. A, access the deals. A, access the deals. A, access the deals, and, I don't know what I'm saying. Distress signal. Broadcast all frequencies. I'm Dr. Talaris, archaeologist of the United Federation of Planets. I am working at ruins on Codis Nu 6. I have just detected a Romulan ship in orbit around the planet. Repeat, Romulans have been detected at Codis Nu 6. I am in need of Starfleet assistance. Now, yeah, let me discuss the bridge stations a little bit. Communications is where you get like signals and such as that distress signal that we just received. The con is where you can set course. Like our deal here, where we need to go is Codis Nu 6. However, we're going to back out of that right now. The ready room is where Captain Picard will tell you where you need to go, or tell you what the next objective is in case you don't know what you need to do. Such as he said, set course for Codis Nu 6. Sounds like she's in trouble, but we're not going to do that just yet. Transporter room. Yeah, this is where you can select your away team for missions. We'll come back to that later. Engineering is where you set your resources and such for when your ship is when the Enterprise is damaged. The reason these top deals here, shields, weapons, and engines are green compared to the blue deals here, is because these have substations. The shields have quite a bit of shields. Weapons have 4 deals, and the engines have 3 deals. Everything else doesn't have a substation. The computer. Well, the computer, I could spend multiple videos just going through the databases of the computer. As you can, yeah, see, look how many deals it took me to get to the galactic core. So yeah, and this has a lot of stuff on a space cultures of Star Trek and things like that, such as Borg vessels. Even though we don't see very many of these deals, I think the most we see are like Romulans and Ferengi and such, but that's about it. There is one other race that we see here that's not actually in the computer, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Our other deal here is the sensors, which will tell us about the planet that we're in orbit. I don't think the sensors, short-range sensors, these don't really tell you much. But, and there's nothing on this side of the bridge. But, yeah. Now, something else I'm going to do, I'm not going to start out with the mission just yet, because there is something I need to do. I need to go here to Orion's Gamma 3B. Also, what you could do, you could set how fast your ship goes, but if you go over a certain bit, it will damage the warp engines. Yeah, see, safe warp exceeded. So, yeah, we don't want to do that. However, let's hit the warp and head to Orion's Gamma 3B, because there is something I need to do there. Oh, we got a communications. Well, hello, Starship Enterprise. Always a pleasure to see a Starfleet vessel in orbit. You folks make yourself right at home. Out. Now, you may be wondering why I'm here at this place. Mainly because later in the game, we have to come to this planet, and we have to collect like 2 different kinds of ore. The only problem is, while you're collecting the ore, you're being attacked by the life forms that live on this planet. And collecting the ore while fending off the life forms is a little bit difficult. So what I'm going to do is I am going to jump the gun a little bit, and head down to the deal. I think you need Commander LaForge, or Lieutenant Commander LaForge. Usually they just call them commanders, despite the fact that they're not actually commanders. I think Data will actually... Whoops. Oh well, actually there's no combat in here yet. But you need Commander LaForge or Commander Data, because I think they are the only ones who can see the deals that we're looking for. Also, I could go over the way team a bit. Here we have the command deal, which will, if you're separated from your wave team and you have this selected, you go by the away team and you'll start leaving. Phaser, Phaser is your main deal of defense. The higher your strength of your character is, the more damage your phaser will do. Then, of course, that doesn't make any sense, since phaser should do damage. The phaser should do the same amount of damage, whatever your strength is, but whatever. Stronger characters will do much more damage. And for characters like Geordi and Data, they have a tricorder. Yeah, tricorder doesn't really... Yeah, see, look how Data is staying by himself. I go to select deal, or the command deal, and he gets right back in line. Now, as I said, I want to scout the mine out a little bit, because there should be... Well, we'll see. We're walking around a little bit. I really need to get a map of this, because this mine is an area that get in trouble. This deal, yeah, you can shoot that and break it open. Now, I'm looking for several pieces of or I may have to load up a map on GameFAQs, because otherwise I'll just be walking around in circles. Ah, there's one right now. Now let me switch. Oh no, Data can't actually see these after all. So yes, you do indeed need Commander LaForge. Now, also here's the controls for the away team. Now let's grab this while we're here. Oh, yeah. See, what do we got? Palentium. All right, we got a deal. Palentium. Now that's what I can't remember what the other one is called, but yeah, we need these, and I think there's like 42 of these in this mine. So yeah, there's a lot of them. And I think to beam out... No, it's not that. Not that either. How do we beam out? Oh, all of the deals. To beam out, it's all of the buttons at one time. However, what I think I'm going to do is in the video here, and I'm going to work on collecting the rest of the ore. That way you don't have to watch me stumbling around the mine a little bit. And when we come back, I'll be ready to actually start the game proper. Later.